So, how do my kids have freedom? They have freedom because they're homeschooled. And being homeschooled kids their whole life, they got to experience life a lot differently than a lot of other kids. And I should know, I've been to school my whole life. I was enrolled when I was 3 by my single mom and basically raised myself because my parents were entrepreneurs too. So that is a whole different story. But on this story, I'm going to tell you some of our freedoms. So for me, I can travel with them or without them. They can also have full control of their school schedules now that everything is online, thank God. Back in the day, not so long ago, like 5 years ago, we were still doing everything out of books, a lot of books, and going to co-ops and participating in a lot of like Girl Scouts and volunteering and all that. But as they gotten older, they pretty much have full control of their schedule, and that also gives us the freedom to do more together, to do more parts, and it's been a really awesome journey thus far together. So here I'm showing you guys my Jamaica money because I just went to Jamaica, and my kids got to spend time with their grandmother, which she is also an entrepreneur. So she has some flexibility in her schedule to actually take off when she needs to, and to also be more present when she can be. You have some difficulties with being an entrepreneur also, because you are in full control of course, your investments in yourself and your education and your employees and all that too. But again, it does afford you freedom, really. I mean, because you get to decide exactly how much you work, how much you don't, how much you travel, how much you don't, how much. And for my kids, because I was focusing more on my kids on this video, sorry I got sidetracked there, but even with my kids, they get to decide, okay, how much schoolwork am I going to get done every day? Am I going to work weekends? Am I going to work which other holidays or times that other kids would normally take off? And I like to say, they essentially work all year round because they just want to be in that routine of just, learning new stuff and getting it done. And a lot of stuff they take in school classes, even though they're homeschooled, they still do the regular testing. They still do accredited school, which means they'll still get a diploma. They still got to do those classes they essentially don't want to do to get the diploma and go down that route, which is something that I definitely wanted for them to get a diploma, especially because they have been working hard for it, their whole lives, into getting, education. Even though they are homeschooled, they did put a lot of work in it, and I want them to actually have that achievement. So, they do have the schedule to be like, okay, can I take off? And they're really good at it now to say, you know what, Mom, I'm going to actually work a little bit more tonight. So I'm not going to watch that movie with you. Or, you know what, let's go ahead and go out. So we went to the shopping mall here, and this one's a little bit up the road for me, but we drove out there. We took the evening and drove out there and spent the whole rest of the day doing this together. This was me and my younger daughter. And she, took off the rest of her schoolwork that day, and she did it over the weekend. So here's some 2022 photo reels that I did. And you could see really quickly, all the really cool stuff we did in 2022. And yes, a lot of it is with my kids because they have that freedom. And I spent a lot of time learning too. That is also a way to gain freedom, which we'll go into another video.